It is our leadoff question on Kansas Sports Chatter with Stephen Carroll, a student athlete with the St. Thomas Aquinas football team. Stephen, what advice would you give any freshman entering varsity football?
Thank you for having me on the show. I actually have two things. My first thing are grades. If you don't maintain your grades, you can't play. Coaches see that. Second thing is learning the plays. My biggest problem when I played varsity as a freshman was not understanding the plays, and I had a really hard time figuring it out as a freshman, and that's my advice.
What helped you to learn those plays? Like, was there any trick that anybody offered you as far as how to remember the plays a little bit better, or just take time?
Um, it would take time, but also I figured out by the end of freshman year, I got a lot of reps in. And I practiced after practice with some of the older kids who helped me out. I had great teammates who helped me.
Go back to that freshman year. What was it like? What do you remember going into that freshman year?
Uh, so I went in freshman year, played a freshman game. Then I got asked to come up. I didn't play the first game pulled up. But then once the starter messed up, I got pulled in, and I had to ask my right tackle Carson Kraft what to do every single play for like the next 5 games till I figured it out.
did Carson like easily let you know, or did he like give you a good look?
He told me what to do. We would be on the line, and he'd be like, "You have him," and just point at the guy that game.
Did anybody else give you any advice that freshman year? Anything that stood out to you as far as advice?
um, I mean, really, my right tackle Carson Kraft. He just told me how to do a lot of reps, of it. So we would stay after practice and then go over 20 plays, watch film as a team and with him on my own, go home. I would take notes of the plays and what to do, who to get, and how to know the difference between like a four and a shade and a three and a one.
Now, as an upperclassman, Stephen, do you reach out to the freshmen, or do you wait for them to come to you with any questions?
I try to help. Some people like that a lot. I help them the most I can. I help them.
That is Stephen Carroll of St. Thomas Aquinas football with our leadoff question. It is today's leadoff question on Kansas Sports Chatter as we're joined with Brecken Alberts, a member of the Augusta football team. Brecken, what advice would you give any freshman coming into varsity football?
My advice would be trust the process. You might not be the biggest or you might not start immediately, but if you just keep working and doing your thing, it'll all come into place.
When did you learn that lesson? When did you kind of learn that advice?
I learned it like freshman year football season where I wasn't really playing much and I just didn't know what to do, but I trust the process and been 3-year starter since.
Did anybody reach out to you when you were a freshman as far as giving you advice?
Yeah, Coach Elliott, head coach here. He helped
Anything
out.
anything specific that he told you that freshman year?
Told me that if I just focus up in the weight room and get my weight up, I'll have my chance. And ever since then, I've been on the varsity field.
Was the weights were like concentrating in the weight room? Was that one of the biggest focuses for you to get better?
Yeah, definitely. Freshman year, I was 120 pounds, and then went into sophomore year like 150, 155. So it was definitely a big factor in my improvement.
Now, as one of the upperclassmen for Augusta, how much are you reaching out to some of those freshmen, some of those new players with advice?
Me and all the rest of the seniors definitely try to help out as much as we can. We always, like, every time they might not want to come out the next day or they're just scared to, we always tell them that it'll all work out, and if they keep showing up, they'll always see their improvements and they'll be out there before they know it.
You feel like that makes a pretty big impact hearing that from someone that's already been through that now as a senior?
Yeah, I definitely believe so. I think that if they can see it, it makes it easier for them to believe, and it'll push them harder.
That is Brecken Alberts with Augusta football with today's leadoff question.